Hi boys and girls, today we're going to be creating patchwork hands. So we should have already talked about what patchwork is, and Mrs. Walker is going to give everyone a piece of paper, and I want you to start by laying your hand on your paper, open your fingers wide, and then you're going to start at the edge of the paper and follow your arm and then your hand and slowly go around each of your fingers. And I want you to hold your pencil perpendicular or straight up and down. Do you see how I'm not tipping it like this, because normally when we write we kind of tip it at an angle. I want you to hold it up and down so it's just straight up and down from the paper. If you don't do that, it'll go under your hand like this. Like I could actually go under my hand. Let me show you what'll happen. If I do that, it'll be really skinny, right? And my wrist is wider than this, so you don't want to go under your hand because that'll make you have a really skinny, weird shaped hand. And slow down around the tips. Look at there, I went a little bit too fast, and that made kind of a bumpy line. Okay, once you have your pencil line, then you can either take a crayon or a marker, it doesn't matter which, a black one. I want you to take a black crayon or a black marker, and you're going to trace your pencil lines, and I want you to stay right on your pencil line as best you can. And then when you're done with this, it's probably a good place to stop and wait for everybody to catch up with you. So if you want to just sit for a minute and wait so everybody can get their hand on their paper, trace it. Okay, then when everybody has this done, we're going to take a ruler and line it up with the edge of the paper. So I'm sliding it over here so it's just, I can just see the edge, and then I'm going to hold it firmly and I'm going to draw a line, and then I'm going to slide it over, and I'm going to line, instead of lining it with the edge of the paper, I'm going to line it up with that new line that I made. I'm going to hold it, draw a line, line it up with the line, hold, draw another line. You're going to draw 7 lines across the long side of your paper. So I'm going to do, that's, I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm lining up my last time, 7. Okay, then you're going to turn your paper this way so that you're against, you can put your ruler against the long side, and then I'm going to put it right along the edge of the paper to make my first line. Now when you're going along this way, it's going to be only 5 lines. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then I want you to stop and wait for everybody else. Okay, you can also always check the back. Ooh, look at that, I forgot to put my name and class code on here. Okay, you should either have 1A and circle it, or I should see 1B or 1C, depending on whose class you're in. Put your class code on the back too. Okay, and then you're going to wait for everyone to catch up. You can sit and talk quietly at your table while you're waiting. Okay, now that everyone's at this point, we're going to talk about warm colors and cool colors in our crayon box. So you're going to sort your crayons. I want you to sort out all the warm colors and put those in the lid of your art box, or set those to this, because those are the ones we're going to work with today. We do not need the cool colors or the neutral colors today. All right, so those you can leave in your box. Warm colors, though, if we, hopefully we've already talked about this, are anything that's like the sun or fire, things that look warm. Okay, red is a warm color, and pink is like the red, right? It's just a lighter version of red. And then we have the yellows. I'm going to sort these by yellows. We have yellows and oranges and reds and all the different varieties of reds and oranges. This is an orange. This is a pink. So I'm going to put that in with my pinks. I even have some metallic ones in here. Peach is a really pale orange, and there's a pink, a different pink. Now, if yours look too close, I have quite a few pinks here. Those might not look different enough to use, but I can check that on the back of my paper if they're not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be coloring in each square a different color using only my warm colors. So if I make this first square, let's say I decide to do this one pink right here, then I don't want any of the ones that are touching this to be pink. Okay, so this one is pink, but I don't want to have this one pink or this one or this one or this one, because the edges of these squares are right next to the pink square that I just colored. So I can pick any other color, maybe yellow. I'll just use yellow over here so that the yellow is touching the pink, but not another pink one. I wouldn't want a pink one right next to a pink one, okay? And then let's see, I'm going to do an orange one because I know that will look good next to the pink. And then a red one. And sometimes I go like this and I outline it first so that I can go a little bit faster in the middle, because you can go faster in the middle and then go around the edges and make sure that gets filled. Nice, careful first grade coloring, okay? All of the white spaces should be colored in. You see how I'm checking to make sure there's really no white spaces showing there? I'm going over any spots that look like there's white peeking through. Do you see a little bit of white space in my orange? I do. I actually see a little bit of white here. So I'm going to go back over that a little bit, going the other way. Sometimes if you go the opposite direction, you can fill in any of those spots, okay? So now, can I put pink here again? No, because I have pink there. So it could be, I could use orange here, couldn't I? I think I'm actually going to use, let's see, I don't know. I wonder if this pink is the same. If you're not sure, flip it over and put them right next to each other on the back and see, are those different enough? Ooh, those are way too close. I'm not going to use that one. That looks almost like the same color. Let's see if this one looks different. Ooh, that one's so light I can't even see it. I don't think I'll use that one. What about peach? Oh, my peach is broken. I'm not going to use that either because that's kind of hard to color with. All right, let's see. I haven't used this orange. That's a darker orange. I think I like that because here's the orange I used before. So yeah, I'm going to use this orange. And I'm going to use it right here. Oops, there comes my crayon. And I'm going to go back to pink. Now, the corners can touch. I can touch pink corners. This would be okay to do pink right here because that will it'll only be a corner, and that's okay. And I could. Okay, when you think you're all done, I want you to go back and check to make sure that there are no little white spots showing through. Make sure you got all the white. Looks like I got most of it. I see a little bit right there. Let's see, that was dark. It looks pretty good to me. Okay, and then you're going to just stop and put this on the finished pile, and we will be doing the cool colors next week. We'll do the background with cool colors, okay? Good job.